Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another great episode of Surviving Life Spickles. Thank you again for taking the time today out of your busy life to listen to us and the messages that we have to share, the amazing stories from our guests today. We are so excited for today's episode and just internally grateful that you guys tuned in for this hour of your day today to listen to us. So again, we appreciate all of you. Today is an awesome episode. We've been looking forward to this. We have Jessica Ferguson and Kevin Ferguson hanging out today, and we're so excited to have them here. But before we kind of jump into today's episode and what we're going to talk about, we're going to run around the room and talk about what we're grateful for. And you know what, Hill, because you're left to the dealer, you're going to go first today.
Okay. I'm grateful for new experiences. I am grateful for friends and family, but I'm also grateful for my coping skills that I have today and where it's brought me. And that's where I'm going to leave it.
I like that. Thank you. For me today, I've done a lot of reflection, and I'm really grateful today for people willing to share their truth so that we can have better understanding. I talked about it just last episode and the episode before that, where we just lost a really close friend of mine to suicide a couple weeks ago. And during his funeral, his wife actually took the time and explained the whole situation. She wanted people to know and understand what he was going through, why it happened, and everything, so that she could spread that knowledge and educate people. They weren't going to cover it up. They were not, I don't want to use the word proud, but they really wanted to share his message and his struggles so that if somebody else was having those, they could understand they weren't alone and know that they could try to seek help.
What did she talk about?
So he had got injured and had to stop everything. Very, very active guy. Triathlons, Ironmans, everything. Had to stop that. And then they put him on some medication. Medication actually gave him full-time insomnia. And there was a symptom of that actually caused his brain to shut off.
Oh, man. Okay.
And so he literally had, how she described is, literally had demons in his head 24 hours. He could never turn off.
Yeah.
And she is grateful that he's at peace now. She misses him. And it's a very sad situation. But I'm just in awe of her honesty and her willingness to, again, show that love for her husband and everybody else out there that may be struggling.
Yeah. Wow. So, no, that's big. And it is. They say if you don't have sleep, if you don't have proper rest, you literally go crazy. And it is. It's the voices staying up, and your body just never gets to shut down and restart,
Literally drove him to the point of full crazy. Like, he could not deal with it.
Sad. I'm sorry, dude.
Well, Jess, what are you grateful for?
Oh my gosh. Grateful for family dinner. We had family dinner tonight, just the three of us. So me and my husband have a son who's 18 and he's a senior in high school. So we love family dinner. Grateful for Blake's Gourmet because this bitch doesn't cook. And they delivered dinner tonight. So thank God for Blake's Gourmet. And cute Tiffany dropped it off tonight. So it was good to see Tiff and give her a big old hug. She just sent her oldest child off to college to play football in another state. So we were talking about that, and grateful for the weather today. It was a beautiful day, and grateful I got my nails done today. Grateful that my partner in crime of 25 and a half years drove me down here, and we had some fun conversations with the sunroof open. Just little things like that make up the big things, make life sweeter.
I love that, Jess. I wish there was a Blake's Gourmet closer to my seat out here. Unfortunately, I'm Harmon's girl.
Oh, I love that.
And on nights like this, when we don't have a lot of time to cook, they have amazing soups, and Scott's favorite soup is over there. So I agree with you. I'm not the best cooker or baker or any of it. I enjoy it when I can do it, but rarely have time for it.
Yeah, I get it. Harmon's is good, man. We go there after church on Sundays, and we like to shop there. Like they have the best stuff. I mean, nobody beats Harmon's.
Yeah.
I'm a Harmon's girl.
Well, Walmart beats their prices, but
True.
the quality.
Yeah, it's not even the real food. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
So And I know Kevin is just here hanging out, but I am going to put him on the spot and ask him to share what he's grateful for today. It's the only thing I'm going to ask him to do today while he's here. Just take a minute and share with us.
This moment I'm grateful that I don't normally get to share Jessica in her environment, so it's always fun to see her doing her thing. So I'm grateful that I get to have that opportunity with her. And we also had to have a tough talk with our son today, just about growing up some stuff. And I'm grateful that he's understanding and open to listening to us still. It's still nice to be able to be a parent.
That's good. I like that.
That was cute, babe. That was good.
Thanks, Kevin. I put you on the spot. So
You're a good sport.
you are. So, well, everybody, we've gone back and forth about a handful of different topics. We wanted to sit here and talk with Jess. And I've been listening to a book, just things going on in life. I was really empowered that we want to sit and talk about love today. Just really love in general, because there's a lot of different directions we can go. And I kind of came to this conclusion as I was telling you when you got here, like every interaction I've ever had with you, and every time I've listened to you on the radio, even when you're so pissed off at somebody, there's compassion in your voice. Always. I really feel that you have that true love for everybody. There's some people you do not like what they do, and you don't like what they do to you, but you always resonate that compassion and that love. And it's just so admirable. And you just talking about it just fills my heart warm, because that's just how you always made me feel, even just listen to the radio for so many years and then getting to know you in person. And so that's why I feel it's very fitting for us really to dive down this little rabbit hole today.
Okay. Thank you for that, by the way. Yeah, my shit. We just started. You're right. Make me cry, dude. Next. I know it's not hard.
So where this came from is I just finished one of Common's books.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah.
Very impressed.
He's a sweetheart.
He really is. I didn't know a lot about him until I started listening to his books. The one I finished today was called Let Love Have the Last Word.
Ooh.
It took a little bit to get into it, but I'll tell you what, the last 3 hours, you couldn't stop. It was amazing. And he quotes this scripture, and I'm not a scripture guy. I don't quote scriptures. I don't read them very often. But this one, he's quoted a couple times in the book, and it hit me so hard that I just kind of want to share this and see where it takes us. Because I know you guys do a decent amount of Bible study, and so you might know this one right off the top of your head.
Okay, I'm excited to see what it is. There's a lot of verses in the Bible, man.
So it is 1 Corinthians 13.
Okay. It has to do with love. So I know that it's Corinthians, First Corinthians, and you said his book's about love. Okay.
Yeah. So if I speak in tongues of men or of angels, but do not have love, I am only a resounding gong or a clanging cymbal. If I have the gift of prophecy and can fathom all the mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have a faith that can move mountains, but do not have love, I am nothing. If I give all I possess to the poor and give over my body to hardship, that I may boast, but do not have love, I gain nothing. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no records or wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, and always perseveres.
Yep, we know that one. And they use that at a lot of weddings, which I love.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
And honestly, I can say it's probably the first time I've ever really remembered hearing
That's cool.
that one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
And it hit. And so I kind of wanted to dive in, and I just wanted to ask you the generic question. What does love mean to you?
That's a big one. Yeah, you're right. We can go lots of different ways with this.
We really could.
Lots of different ways. I think the first thing that comes to mind is loving something bigger than yourself, right? Because we're born self-centered. We're born self-focused. We're born broken. And so we really don't know anything but ourselves. But when you go outside of yourself and you love something else, like your spouse or your kids or your coworkers or your animals, like loving something outside of yourself is just richer and deeper. That's what love would be for me.
I really, really like that. Okay, well, I'm going to ask you the same question.
Boy. I didn't think you were going to turn around to me. What does love mean to me? Love to me is the Almighty. Our higher power exuberates love for everyone and everything and wants us to center our lives around love. And I truly believe that when we leave this world, that is all that's left, and that's all that we take with us, is the love and the connections that we've had with each other while we are here. But then we leave this world and are overwhelmed with the love that we have and the love that our higher power has for us. I don't think life is even possible without love. There's always the opposites of those as well, but it's always something that I continue to strive for in every aspect of my life and want to continue to keep going with it. I'm going to turn it on to you now. So, Scott, what does love mean to you?
That's not supposed to happen until the end of the show.
You're outnumbered
I
today,
am
boy.
very outnumbered today. I got 2 redheads in the room.
I know, right? Come on.
Love to me translates to really one word: life. Kind of piggybacking what you said, life wouldn't exist without love. And if there's not love, it's just pure darkness. And I go back to a guest that you guys had on your show, Vinny,
Oh, I love Vinny.
how he describes his experience. It was fit to me. I just envisioned he was just pure energy, pure love during that experience, and how he was describing and talking about that. And I feel that's what we are. If we don't have that love, then we're just the darkness.
Yeah.
And I mean, a big part of that for me, as I've been reflecting just on that word today, is I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for the love of really the people in this room. You, Kill, and then just you indirectly, because you know how you guys influenced that moment in my life and that love that came through the radio on that day that I needed to hear it. So love is life.
And it's life. And it's light, right? Like you said, if it's not love, it's darkness. And love is light and life. Wow.
So, yeah. Well, it goes to a funny experience that happened today. So we have a warehouse, and I was unloading a FedEx truck while our other guy was loading my truck, so I go make some deliveries. And we're right next to a CrossFit gym. Funny story is that's where I started my CrossFit journey, was at that gym. Never thought I'd work at the warehouse next door. But we were unloading, and this late 50s older lady comes out and just starts going off on me.
I don't know.
She walks over to me on the forklift, says, "You gotta effing move your truck and your forklift now. I'm gonna be late to pick up my grandkids." And I looked at her, I'm like, "Do you talk to your grandkids with that mouth?" And I just see that shock. But then instantly I'm like, that probably wasn't the right thing to say. I'm like, "I'm sorry. I'll hurry move so you can get out of here. I apologize. I was in the way." Because it was that instant reaction.
Sure.
And then I felt that, you know what, that was the wrong thing to say. I need to show love, because I'm really focusing on that lately. But it was really funny that I at least got to say that to her, because how often do you get to say that to an older lady?
Oh, it's hilarious.
Sometimes it just goes off.
So was she shocked that you said that back to her?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, totally shocked. Like, wow, you talked to me that way. I'm like, yeah, I did.
And then once you flip the script, what happened?
Then she's like, "You know what, I'm really sorry. Thank you for moving in a hurry. I appreciate it."
Oh,
But instantly, that change in my attitude reflected right back at her, and it bounced back.
that's
So love is really great that way, because it does change. You can influence people very powerfully just by a little bit.
Yeah.
So
that's a cool moment. I love that. I love life experience and like recent things, because it's relatable. You got to have stories that back up our beliefs.
Yeah. Well, with that, at least in my question, what's a story from you that really resonates about what you think about love?
Oh, that's a good one.
And there's probably multiple.
There's lots. Yeah, there's a lot. I do want to affirm what Hill said about our maker and our creator, because that's where love starts. You can't have deep, rich, heart-filled, soul-filled love without God. That's who we come from. That's where we go home to. And I feel for people, because anybody can love anything. You can love a rock, right? Especially if you're a woman. We can love anything. We can love a chair. We take everything, right? Women are,
I love my rocks.
right? Like you can love anything. You know, it's a little bit harder for some guys. Not all, I'm generalizing, but I feel like love can't get to that deep place, that rich place, without being connected to the divine. I really feel like a lot of people are going through this life searching for answers and researching, and that's good. That's a good thing because we have free will. But I wouldn't love the way I love and know how to love the way I love without God, period. He is everything to me. He has given me everything. And love starts with him and the way he loves and protects me.
That is very beautiful, Jess. I love that one. Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Well, and you say that, and when we were starting, you reminded us that you and Kevin have been together for 25 years.
Yeah.
And we all go through stuff. And I know you guys have been through your roller coaster ride of life.
Sure.
How is that love today compared to the love when you guys first met?
Oh, wow. Yeah, 25 and a half years. So we met in 2000, and we met in a college class, a broadcasting college class. And he went on to be a producer and in sports radio, and he's so damn talented. God, the guy can do anything. IT, real estate, you name it. Put up with my ass. Best dad in the world. I love him more now than ever. You don't know the depths of your love until you go through the deepest waters of it. And the longer you're together, it doesn't make it easier. But you have a choice to choose each other. And it's hard on a lot of days because you've got two broken people, two sinners trying to create a life. But it's learning to say I'm sorry, which I've tried to be better about. He's very good at saying I'm sorry. I didn't grow up that way, so I'm learning a lot. He's very good at saying I'm sorry and just, once again, loving something bigger than yourself. You know, I think ego gets in the way a lot in marriage, and learning to be humble and learning to let things go and not draw things out. I mean, there were years in our marriage where we would talk for days, and it was so awkward and uncomfortable. And I'm like, thank God for therapy. Thank God for God. We don't do that anymore. You know, it's like, okay, I need an hour. I need a time out. I need to get some fresh air. Let's talk about this later. It's getting heated. Like, just like you said earlier, Hill, the coping mechanisms are so important because it really does change you. And it's teaching you not to abandon what's making you both irritated. And it could be a hard day at work, or somebody didn't have their dinner yet and they're hungry and hangry, or it's like it's usually other stuff. You know, it's not, and Kev does such a good job of reminding me over the years, we're on the same team. We're on the same team. Because I didn't grow up with that as an example. And that's not their fault. They were doing the best they could too, right? So, but it's our job. If we don't like the narrative we grew up with, it's our job to change it for our kids, you know? And so I think just not being willing to give up, and just staying loyal to each other and the big picture, you know? Nobody gets married wanting to get divorced. Yes, sometimes it happens. Yes, marriage is very hard. I mean, I always look at these people that get married at 19. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? It's hard. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, it is like us girls are bred that way. It's like, oh, Disney characters that get married and find your Prince Charming. And, oh, we get to have an apartment, sleep in the same bed. And we got pots and pans. Like, that is nothing compared to the daily grind of being married and choosing each other over and over and over again after we hurt each other so many damn times. But that's what makes it more rich and deeper the years that go on. And I wish you would chat, because I would love to hear your take on this. But yeah, I've never loved him more. And we've gone through financial issues and job loss and infertility for a decade. And oh my goodness, mental and emotional health issues. What am I missing? External family issues. Medical stuff. I mean, you name it. 25 and a half years is a long time. And there were some years we didn't think we were going to make it, but we always knew where to go back to. And it's our friends and family that we trust. the people that do life with us, that speak life into us. And you have to have a foundation, with your spiritual. You have to have a foundation because at the end of the day, that's the only thing that is going to keep you together. You have to have that foundation, and it has to be similar because it's hard when you have different foundations that can be really shaky. And not to say it can't work. I know a lot of couples that have been together for a long time and they don't have faith, or they have different faiths, but you have to be willing to be loyal in the hard times. And that is hard.
Yeah. I love that, Jess. My parents about to celebrate their 50th year anniversary.
That's awesome.
They were married at age 19.
No way.
They were.
They're an anomaly.
I know.
Are they from here?
They are from here.
Okay.
And kind of how you were saying, like how anybody gets married at 19 is still together. I still don't know how they ended up together.
I was a 17. Come on.
Well, true. You got your ass.
That's right. You were like a child.
Yeah.
Literally.
But unfortunately, that didn't work out for you. So
Fortunately for you.
Fortunately for me.
Right? Not me, man.
Yeah. But I think everything that you've said, they've said back to me when I've asked for advice through my own marriage and relationships. And I definitely look up to you guys. For 25 years, I look up to my parents for the 50 years of their marriage. And hopefully me and Scott can last that long. I plan on it.
I won't live that long if we know that.
Oh, stop. Don't even say that. You're hilarious. You're like, whatever, dude. You're going to outlast all of us. I'm quoting that.
No, I have promised all my kids, Jess, when I turn 70, I'm jumping out of a plane and not pulling the parachute. I don't want them to deal with it.
That's not even old. At least wait till you're 80.
Seriously.
Everybody knows 80s when you're old. 80 and up. Not 70s. You're still young. And you're in good shape. You'll be fine at 70. You're hilarious.
Promised me that we would be the old people dancing in the kitchen.
We'll dance the day before.
What a pun! That is another thing we do. Kev always grabs me to dance in the kitchen. He's so good at affection, and I'm usually like, oh. But I remember because my grandma has been widowed. My grandfather passed away over a decade ago, almost 2 decades ago. No, when was that? 12? Was it when Mason was born? Yeah, so it was around 12. So she regrets that. She'd be doing the dishes, and my grandpa would come up behind her to hug her, and she's like, leave me alone. I'm trying to do the dishes, and I need to get this done. And like, Kev is good about like taking time out. And at first I'm like, I have a schedule. And, women, we have a checklist. We got to get our shit done. And it's just like, okay, I'm going to dance in the kitchen. It's just like a couple minutes. And then it melts you, I don't know. It makes everything better. You're such a romantic. I talk about it, but you're more like about it, which is nice. And it's not, and his touch isn't always like, I want to get some. It's like, I want to be with you. I want to touch you. I want to love you, which is sweet.
He seems like he's the type that slows you down a little bit.
Oh, yeah. He's my biggest cheerleader, and he also helps me chill the fuck out, because I'm a girl that loves to work, and I love people, and I love to produce, and I love to make money, and I love to have fun, and he is the calm to my storm for sure.
It's ironic that Scott came up with the topic of love today, because when we were in I Love You Sis just the other day, we were talking about love languages.
Yeah.
What's your love language, Jess?
Let's see. I would say right now it's probably acts of service. Like I love when Kev will take my car for an oil change at Volkswagen Southtown, or, just little things that he does. He makes me an omelet every morning and sourdough bread, for breakfast, and OJ and coffee. Like it's that stuff. I definitely loved gifts. When we first got together, I'm like, oh, I love gifts and I want flowers. But yeah, he loves to serve me in that way. And his is, I would say, you can correct me if I'm wrong over there, time spent. He just likes to hang out, even if it's just on the couch watching football or scrolling through social media. He just likes to hang.
Well, and I think you sit here and talk about the dancing in the kitchen and the joke. When we first got together, she got frustrated with me because every time she would do the dishes, I'd come up behind her, wrap my arms around her and try to get dancing, doing something. And now she expects it. Like if it doesn't happen, she wonders.
Yeah, I get that. It's funny because if I'm still in bed, he'll go to the bathroom and he'll, go to get dressed or brush his teeth, and he'll usually grab my feet. And so if he walks by and he doesn't touch my foot, I'm like, what the fuck? Where are you? You're not touching my foot? Are you mad at me? He's like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I forgot. Like it is funny. You do kind of expect it after they, do that for a while. What are your love languages, the both of you?
I say My love languages do change from time to time,
Oh yeah, that's normal.
but mine has always revolved around time spent and touch.
Okay.
And it is just kind of like you were saying with Kevin. We can sit on the couch, and if we're cuddling, I'm good. I'm happy, and that's some of the times I love spending with the kids. That's just hanging out, cuddling on the couch, and watching shows. So most of the time that's it. But at the same time, I once in a while it's nice to have an act of service, to kind of switch it up and appreciate something different.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Mine is also acts of service. And I think that's a common one for women. And then my other one was quality time for sure. I love to just hang out and spend time with my boys and my men. And it just makes me feel whole when I have the people that I love around me and want to spend time with me. So
I love that. We were just talking about that tonight with our son. We'll just be in the basement watching a show, just the three of us. And it doesn't have to be a trip to Disneyland or a cruise. Like it's just that time, that moment in time where you can laugh about the movie you were watching. What was it? Happy Gilmore 2 we watched recently. We're still like joking around about it. And we watched the challenge and different weird shows, and it's just fun to have that in common. And it doesn't have to be some big thing. Your kids, your spouse, they just want your time. And they want your intentional time. They don't want you on your phone. They want you to be an active listener. And it's hard because we live in this world where it's like there's a lot grabbing our attention, but time spent, intentional time spent goes a long way for sure.
it does. Well, last night we have a really nice set of pickleball courts right being in our house.
Oh, cool.
And so we bought some pickleballs. I never wanted to play, I'll be honest. But one of the kids wanted to go. So we take one of the boys over there last night. And we got to spend time. No phones, no nothing. And just got to hit the ball around and have some fun. And that was great.
That's cool.
And he's been struggling a little bit the last little while. So it was really good to get him out and spend some time one-on-one. It was just me and him because the other one wanted to stay home. So it was nice to have that experience and that time. I think he appreciated it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah. A little bit goes a long way.
yeah. Well, on love, kind of shifting the gears just a little bit, the question I have is, how do you feel love ties in with your mental health on a daily basis?
That's good. What does that tie in? I mean, it's going to be cliche, but it's like the people you surround yourself by, right? Like my besties, I have two OG besties, like one's from high school and one's from college. And the college one's in Texas, and the high school one's in Arizona. But we communicate daily. And we do speak life and love into each other daily. And that goes a long way, sending each other Bible verses or a reel or, some way to connect. We voice back and forth. But I think that is what fills my love tank. It keeps me mentally grounded, daily anyway. And then I would say probably my women's Bible study group just really keeps my head on straight. And we kind of break and take a little sabbatical in the summer. And you can just tell by the time the end of the summer is hitting. And, we're really involved with our church group and stuff. But like when you get into a smaller group like that and it's more intimate and people are sharing and people are praying for you, like that's what settles my soul and keeps me mentally sane. Because this world can make you insane. There's so much shit and so much that we're consuming and taking on that we were never meant to. And it's amazing we're all still here because it really is intense and overwhelming, even for the quote unquote strongest people. It's a lot. So you have to, once again, go back to source, and that could be God or your besties or your spouse. But those are the people that make me feel seen and love on me and kind of rejuvenate me.
Well, you kind of say that, and I'm thinking, so I have a friend that just went to Costa Rica, and it sounds like she's going to go down there and move down there and live down there full time running retreats. She's an amazing woman. But listening to some of the stories from Emily going down there, doing some stuff, her going down there, some other friends that have gone down there, you think about the indigenous people, and they don't have social media. They don't have any of the stuff we have here in the U.S. They just live life to the fullest and love everybody around them. And I love when Emily said, I go down there, they ask me, what's a therapist?
Oh, wow.
Because they don't have them. They don't have all this daily stuff influencing their life. they just live their life by the love and the people around them, and just full of it.
It's simple. It's simple.
It's very simple. And
Yeah.
I wish we could get a little bit back to that here. We're so wrapped up in what's the next best thing, what's the newest thing, what's the the newest greatest technology, all these things with everything going on in our life. Why can't we just step back, sit by the fire, smoke some marshmallows, enjoy life?
I know. It is. It's that hamster wheel. I feel like America, everybody's, not everybody, but a lot of people are dying to come to America and the American dream. And it can become a real nightmare if you don't keep your priorities in check. And it's faith first, family second, and career third. And I think America gets it backwards and it's always career first. And that's not true.
Right.
You got to pay the bills. I get that. We all have mouths to feed and mortgages and rent, but when your priorities are out of whack, everything's out of whack. You can't live without it. You can't mix it up. Like, it has to start at the source. It has to start at the foundation and work out from that. And it's a daily reminder,
When you listen to Morgan Wallen has a song called Living the Dream, and he talks about being on the road, talks about being the rock star life, and tells everybody, you don't want this.
No.
And it's kind of, that's when the love gets pushed out of your life and the darkness comes in, is when you start focusing on all the things that we've talked about. You push them aside. You don't worry about your church. You don't worry about your family. You're chasing the dream. You're chasing the career. You're chasing the money. And the love kind of falls out the door when that happens.
I agree.
And you've been in radio broadcasting. You've had the pleasure of probably meeting a lot of those people. Do you kind of get that feeling for some of them that they're just starving for love?
Mm-hmm.
Truly? They get a lot of attention.
Sure.
But when it comes down to it, they're really actually just lonely.
Yeah. They get addicted to it and it's never going to fill that hole. Like, it doesn't, external stuff in this life never fills that God-sized hole. Only God can be in that space. And so it is. You get addicted to attention. You get addicted to the paycheck. You get addicted to the spotlight and what you can get for free. Like, they're on this roller coaster of that. I mean, we were talking about it this week. If you watched the VMAs the other night, I usually don't tune in as much as I used to because I don't have to report on it like I did, at one time. But you can see even in their eyes, their soul is different. That scene is not good. And a lot of them end up divorced and leaving their kids, and it's searching for fame. And like, it's never going to be sustainable. It just doesn't work. And I'm not going to say I haven't chased the dollar over the years or been career oriented or goal oriented. Like, that is my personality, but also stems from childhood trauma because that's how I would get attention. That's how I was a good girl. That's how I could show up in the world and show that I'm worthy and I'm valuable. But I know that's bullshit because I have done therapy and I have done the work, and it doesn't matter what I make or what my position is. I'm a daughter of God and he's created this amazing life for me if I choose it. But that world, because I get it. I was a kid and I wanted to be famous. And before I would take a shower at night, I would pose like I was in the Playboy magazine. My dad didn't even have those magazines, but I was like, this is sexy. I feel like we, as girls growing up, there's so much pressure and guys have their own set of pressure. But that world will never fill that void. It'll never happen.
I have also worked a lot with people from that industry. With the job that I have, I do come across a lot of high-end people, celebrities, things like that. And I see the whole other side of it. And a lot of times the number one thing that is missing in their lives is love and a higher power and a sense of purpose. And you would think that this demographic of people who have a multitude of physical things and money and all of that, that they would have that happiness, but we all know money can't buy love and happiness. And I've heard some heartbreaking stories. Kids that grew up in these ginormous homes where their housekeepers were more of their mother than their mothers were. And they just wanted somebody to talk to and somebody to see them. And it would just break my heart and make me so grateful for the family that I grew up in. I was like you, Jess. I wanted to be famous and I wanted to actually do famous people's hair. And I wanted to work in the music industry and I wanted to surround myself with that. And with my ex boyfriend, I actually did some traveling and touring with him and realized very quickly how dark that world is. And it led me down a very dark path. Since I've been able to crawl myself out of it, I know my priorities and I tend to quote the 12 steps a lot because and I apologize if I say it too much, but the first step is admitting you have a problem, but the second step is finding a higher power and turning your will over to them.
Yeah.
Because we can't do life without something greater than ourselves.
That's too much pressure. It was never meant for us.
It was.
We can't. We're not strong enough.
Yep.
We're strong. We're strong because of him, because we're weak. We're weak, and that's okay. That's not a weakness. It's good to be weak because that means we're seeking him. And that's who makes things better. He's our dad,
Yeah.
you know?
Love takes us out of the selfishness.
True.
You're saying that, and I know you've met him a few times, but I have an amazing friend. We've known each other we were talking about this the other day, 2010, 2011. So 4 years. When we met, he was the biggest asshole. Very arrogant, right out of college, super smart guy, bodybuilder, nobody, had life by the balls, just he'd do anything and nobody was standing his way. And I never thought it would change. I was like, I just kind of keep my distance. We did a few things outside of work as we got to know each other. But it was kind of one of those guys, like, I don't know if I really want to spend time with him because he kind of brings the mood down.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But a handful of years ago, right before I met Hill, easiest way to say this, he found love. He did, a retreat like Frankie did. He went down to Peru and did a ayahuasca retreat, and he came back a completely different person.
Oh, wow.
When anybody asks me about him now, that's how I describe him, is he is just a person of love. He is a very amazing guy, super smart, brilliant, really. He's 42 years old.
Wow.
And all he does now is he wants to help people. He's been a personal trainer for years for all sorts of walks of life. And he told me the other day his favorite part is not teaching these people how to be more active, not teaching them how to be more physical, but helping them gain that confidence in themselves.
Yeah.
And that to me is a true example of love. I just want to be here to help somebody else succeed. Everybody could have just a little bit more of that, I think, where we'll be such a better place.
Oh, yeah.
Such a better place.
And I do. I think there's a lot of people that act that way, but they're also humble because there's a lot of, we don't know that kind of stuff unless somebody shares. And there's so much that he probably does that he doesn't even share, And so that's where I think love comes in because we live in a society where it's like, and I get it. I mean, with the radio station, we do charity stuff. They're like, you got to post about it. You got to post. And it felt not genuine to be like that, And it was like, I feel salesy or showy, like we're capitalizing on this, organization and what we're doing for them. And it's like, it's in the quiet moments, the things you do that nobody knows but God, that's where the real power is and the real love is. You don't have to tell anybody. It's just between you and the person. If they even know it's you. I love the anonymous love too.
Well, and that's the thing. I have the biggest issue with social media. A lot of people have asked us since we started this show, why don't we spend more time on social media? Why don't we promote these things you're doing? You're helping people, you're changing. And it's that reason right there. I'm not doing it to get recognized. We started this to hopefully just help one person, provide information, tell people stories so other people won't have to struggle as much. And every time somebody asks me, that's exactly where I go. I was like, I don't care if people know.
Yeah.
I love doing this. We don't need to, I feel like we don't need to showboat it. We don't need to be out there in the public all the time.
Yeah, I get it.
So
It's funny that you mentioned that because I actually had that exact conversation with my cute little assistant, Starly, today. She's 19 and asked me why we weren't on TikTok.
That's awesome.
and it was giving me suggestions. And I told her I'm really bad at social media. I have a really hard time with it.
Same.
I I don't have a lot of time in my day, and I'd rather spend those precious moments doing things that I enjoy. And every time I sit down and even start getting into the social media, I just get sucked in. And I don't want that to happen. And yes, I want to stay in the know and I want to see my friends and what they're doing and what's going on with their lives. But most of the time, that doesn't take me any longer than about 10 minutes tops a day. And that's not even consecutive. I'll hop on for 5 minutes at a time, maybe twice a day at the most. And then there's several days where I don't get on it at all. And I wish that we could reach more people, but I don't want to sacrifice my time and the things that I love to do that. So
I agree. And it's such a slippery slope because it is a time suck. And it is. It's when you're bored or on the toilet or at a stoplight or you're waiting at a doctor's appointment. And I get it, but it is. It's like a pacifier. And all of us are addicted to it. And it just, and it sucks. And a lot of us have, jobs where they want us to post and we need to have a presence. And it's a lot of pressure. And, the people that you're following on social that seem to have it all, right? They make a lot of money and they sold their business and they're doing good. They still have the same bullshit you have. It doesn't mean that their life's any better. A lot of those influencers are getting divorced or they, they have tragedy too. Like they have hard life stuff. And I don't like the fakeness of social media. It's so damn fake. I hate filters. I'm not a filter person at all. Your real beauty is enough. And we want to see who you really are. And like, it's a joke, but it's kind of legit. Like if you're missing, who the fuck are we going to look for? You don't look like that. Who are we looking for? If you're missing, we don't know what you look like anymore. Stop with the fucking filters, please. You're beautiful the way God made you. I'm so sick of it. I'm down with skincare, Botox, all the things. But when you're putting like a massive filter on, I'm like, you look like a cartoon character at this point. That doesn't look like you. So the social thing, it's such a love-hate. It really is.
Well, and you don't have a lot of self-love for yourself when you get to that point
Yeah,
because you're trying to impress everybody else. Who cares?
you're right.
And that's one thing that you and Frankie have done lately that I admire is you do your Utah facial plastic days.
Yeah.
And you're posting when your faces are stripped completely down. They've been washed, cleaned, and it's just you. It's just raw. Who else does that? Nobody. Because they don't love themselves the way that you guys really do. And I think I've seen a lot of that since you guys quit the radio and have been doing what you want to do for you.
Yeah.
And that kind of leads into the next question I have. Is we've watched you from afar since you've left the radio and started your own thing and just seeing the real Jess come out. I feel like it's just you and your love and life and you're living the life you want. But what do you do for yourself to show yourself love that helps you with your mental health?
I love getting pampered. I think that's one of the things that's why I like to go to Utah Facial Plastics. I love to go to Fika and get reflexology. I love to go to Koru Wellness, Emily Krupa's place, and get foot zoning done. I do. I love getting massages. I love to go up to Hebert, a Mountain Elite Massage, and get in their salt room and just breathe in the salt air and then go in their foot soaker. I really do love to pamper myself. I think that's the way I can shut down and just relax and close my eyes and just kind of meditate and zone out. So I would say that is physical pampering for me. It goes a long way.
I think Scott's right there with you. He likes to get pampered.
I love it.
I hate to say it, but I think everything you just said is on my list of everything I like.
I love it. I'm down. Let's go. It's the best. It makes me happy. It's a good reset.
Yes.
It really, because I don't take my phone and it's just, me or me and my girlfriends, or sometimes Kev and I back in the day would get couples massages. Like, it's just a way to unplug and just to stop down and really be present and take it all in. It feels good. I love it.
It does. And you have to take care of yourself. Taking care of yourself that way physically really does show that self-love. But it lets you just, like you said, unplug
Yeah.
and connect
Yeah.
with the world. I want to ask you, though, foot zoning. Is it one of the most amazing things you've ever done?
It's so cool. It's so cool. So I've done the one, like I said, at Koru, and that was probably one of the best ones I've ever had. She is so talented. She's so talented.
Maddie.
Yeah. Maddie's awesome. So yeah, if you haven't had foot zoning done, it's kind of neat because your foot is the map of your body and she can pick up on things that are bothering you. She's like, okay, what's going on with your right eye? What's going on with your pelvic floor? What's up with your right knee? And I was like, holy shit, like how does she know all this stuff? But it's neat. Like once you understand the body and how we're made and created, it's just so fascinating to like dig in and do that kind of stuff. And it makes you feel good.
It was a little weird. So a friend of mine, the one I just told you that is doing retreats in Costa Rica, she did my very first foot zoning.
Oh, cool.
April. Does that sound right? I think it was April.
Yeah.
Right before we went to Red Rocks, Colorado. It was like that day I went and did foot zoning and we went and caught on a flight. But she connected me in ways that I didn't know were there.
Oh, wow.
It's really interesting because with foot zoning, you can kind of have two different types of experiences from what I know. You can have more of a connection and kind of a spiritual foot zoning, or you can have kind of that body physical, like you're talking about, and connecting to figure out where your issues are.
Okay.
When I did mine with her, it was kind of a little bit more of that spiritual side. She was able to tell me things that there's no way she knew. She knew that there was this huge influence in my life during that time and described this person to me, described what they're doing when I wasn't. And he's been dead for years.
Oh, wow.
And he's been my hero. He's been my guiding source for so many years. But the way she described him, that he's here, he's supporting you, he's pushing you to do these things, I was just like, how do you know this?
That's neat.
And then as she was going through, she predicted literally what is happening now for the next 3 weeks.
Oh, wow.
She says, in the future, you're going to do X, Y, and Z. Like, now, that's not going to happen. Well, guess what? Every single one of those things are happening.
Like what?
Well, so she said, you're going to be speaking in front of very big crowds about something important. Well, Thursday, September 11th, I get to talk in front of the American General Contractors Association about mental health and how we can improve it in the construction industry.
That's freaking awesome.
The next week, I'm on a panel for the Associated Builders Contractors Association doing the same thing.
Wow.
The following week, I'm speaking at Weber State. And then the week after that, I'm speaking from the Utah Safety Council all about this topic about how we can improve mental health in blue collar world, the construction. I had no idea any of this was going to happen. And she told me back in April, these are all going to happen for you in the next couple of months.
So I have chills. I have
Isn't
chills.
isn't that what kind of inspired you to start going down the mental health first aid avenue?
It was right before I went through all the classes.
Okay.
So, yeah. So it kind of directed me in that direction, like, hey, maybe I should go down this route. And all of a sudden, boom, it's all here. So I firmly believe in foot zoning. There's so many different ways. It's amazing. And if anybody wants to do something just for them out of self-love, I would recommend foot zoning at the top of the list.
Yeah, it feels good. It's just, I mean, if you're ticklish, like work around that because I know a lot of people in my life are ticklish, but it's like, it's better than a pedicure. Like, I just love it. But that's really cool. And I have to commend you, Scott, because you've spoken, on our podcast, on multiple podcasts. You were at that Koru Wellness event that we sponsored, many, many moons ago. But I love that you are not ashamed to talk about the depths of hell that you've been in and through, because a lot of guys feel very uncomfortable talking about their sin and shame. And all of us have it. Every human being has sin and shame. And releasing that and sharing that with the world, it creates a space for other men and women to say, you know what? I'm not broken. I'm okay. Like that's how I feel, or that's what I've been through. And because sometimes your family can shut you out. Sometimes your friends are like, we don't get you, man. Like, you're in a weird phase, or what's wrong with you? And it's you start to spiral. And I love that you're willing to talk about your stuff and be on the other side of that. Not that it's not a constant daily struggle, but I respect that. I respect you. I commend you, because it would have been easy for you just to not do this podcast and not talk on those panels, because those dudes, especially all dudes, but the blue collar dudes that are told to suck it up and get out there and work and make a paycheck. They, like we talk about with I Love You Bro with Joe all the time. Men are not just here for a paycheck. You are not a paycheck. You are more than your paycheck. But yes, having a purpose, and it's nice when it pays you, makes you a completely different human being. And I appreciate that you are doing this because you are saving men's lives.
Thank you.
You are.
The biggest thing is I'm doing it because now I have that love for myself and that vulnerability I'm able to share because I know other guys have gone through it. I know other guys are struggling with it. I mean, we just lost my friend a couple weeks ago and it's out there.
Yeah.
And people don't want to talk about it. And because I've found that peace with myself, like you said, I couldn't. I could just be over in the corner
Sure.
and just being by myself. But now that I found that peace and that love, I'm trying to share it with others
Yeah.
and teach them some of the things that I've learned along the way so they can enjoy life the way it was meant to be enjoyed.
True. We're not here very long. And I do want to give mention to your amazing wife, because when you have a spouse that goes through hard things, it's a lot on the other one. And everybody goes through hard, right? It's sometimes the wife, sometimes the husband, it just depends on the decade or the season that you're in. But it does take a toll on the caregiver, the caretaker, if you will, who's trying to help the other one. And I see it with my family back home. I see it with grandma and grandpa. I mean, all marriages, there's a season where the one that's struggling needs more. And sometimes as the spouse, you're pouring from an empty vessel. And that's where the self-care comes in, and the self-love and the strength from your higher power. It really is. And Hillary, you're a beautiful example of that, because he would not be the man he is today. He's had other wives. We know this. We know his story. He's had other women. But you are so strong in your faith, and you're so strong in your love for him. You're so strong when you show up for the I Love You Sis meetings. Like, it's not a meeting if you're not there. Like, you are definitely one of the beacons in that room. And I'm grateful for you.
My higher power prepared me, and I went through the things that I had to go through in my own struggles that prepared me to help my spouse through those struggles as well. And I look at it that way. I was lucky. I had 7 years on my own, by myself, to find myself, to find the things that I loved, to find my mental health, and to find my own well-being. And Scott never really had that time. And I know that my higher power prepared me for the struggles that we have gone through. And I also know that I am so proud of Scott because he is turning his pain into purpose.
Yes.
And maybe a little bit with my coaching, but he's coached me so much through so many other things as well. And we just found this amazing teamwork together. And it's not always roses, rainbows, and butterflies and unicorns, but we seem to have it down. We've learned to communicate with each other, and our love just overpowers things. So
You can see that. You can definitely see that.
Well, it comes down to, like she said, she had 7 years. I was very 17. Had kids, been an adult since 17. But she allowed me to spend time with myself. Like, she hasn't been needy. She knew that I needed to find myself and find that love for myself to be able to then share it with others and connect with others. And it's really interesting. So I've been struggling for years. I found a lot of the root causes of the addictions and different things that kind of sent me down those paths. But it's a little ironic that today, in Common's book, he explained something he struggled with. And he nailed it on the head for me. It just really, all of a sudden, everything's clear. And for him, he's never really been married. He's 47, 48 years old now. And he talks about relationships and going from one to another to another. And he started doing therapy back in 2012. And he talks about as he's going through and talking to the therapist about it. And during that time, the therapist kind of stopped and says, you love love, but you love the chase. You love the butterfly. You don't like get after that. when
Yeah.
the butterflies go away.
The real hard
The
love.
hard love.
Yeah. It's easy to be in love in the beginning. You don't
Yeah.
know shit.
And that really opened my eyes of that's what I've been chasing for years. I chase the butterflies. I chase the, hey, this is fun. This is great. Let's go. Oh, it's over. Let's move on.
Yeah.
And from thing to different thing, this goes with like my hobbies. I really opened a lot of things for me because I just kind of looked at it. I'm like, oh, well, yeah, I lost my love for this and I lost my love for this. And because it didn't give me that excitement, it didn't give me those feelings anymore because now I had to work for it.
Yeah.
And I think that's one reason we work so well is I still get my butterflies when she comes up.
Oh, I love that. I love it.
She still gives me those butterflies. And we say it's not always rainbows and unicorns because at our house, it's rainbowed unicorn donkeys. That's what we celebrate in our house. We have ugly unicorn donkeys here.
That's what I mean. I love that. I love that. It's there's something I have to he's gonna are you teary eyed over there? Am I putting you to sleep? Are you exhausted?
He's just having to.
Yeah, I see he's even here. But one of the cool things that Kevin does, and at first, to be totally honest, he used to annoy me, but like anytime I come home, like as soon as I pull in the garage, like he'll run out and give me a big hug. And like at first, I just like I said, I'm like a goofy, annoying, touchy-feely person, but like real, true connection and love sometimes makes me uncomfortable, to be totally honest. And so it's funny, like sometimes he'll be in the basement or he's in the bathroom and I'll get in the garage and I'll get out of my car and he's not there. And it's really rare. He's out and about, working or doing something. And I'm just like, oh, like it really does like make me sad when he's not there to greet me with a hug. So it's like that always melts me after like we had maybe a rough night the night before. We had a rough morning before I left for work. Like it's those little things that bring the unicorns and the rainbows back into the love. You know what I mean? Because it is hard and it is easy to be in a relationship and hop relationships because it feels good. It's that dopamine, it's the hits and you're like, this feels good. And this is amazing. And that's why people cheat. It feels good and it's fun. And well, she listens to me or he gets me and the sex is better. And it's like, no, it's not. There's no depth there. It's just vanilla. It's just surface. So yeah, the real hard, deep love comes with time and it comes with just loving each other better. Like you said, the love languages go a long way. And sometimes it's not your love language. Like I think we got into a little tiff and he was like trying to hold me and I'm like, I'm like, I know this is your love language. He's like, I know, I'm sorry, it's not your love language, but it was funny. I was like, this is so cute. Like, it is. You start to love and understand each other. Therapy's been so monumental in our relationship and being a part of a couples group at our church where there's other couples and we talk about our good days and our bad days and you realize you're normal. And like I said, choosing each other again and again. And making sure that you enlist outside help is what's going to keep the love going. Because we do want to be like our grandparents, right? We do want to have 50 years. We do want to be that love story. And, when you're a little kid, you're like, oh, that's amazing. And they must have a beautiful, easy marriage. And like, as you become an adult in the real world, and you're like, they've been through some shit. They've been through some shit. And they're coming, and every day they're still choosing each other 50 years later. And because we do change. We do change our hobbies and interests. We do change our chemicals in our bodies change, our hormones, women in midlife, men in midlife, we do change, but it's still choosing each other and wanting to grow together, even in the midst of kids going off to college or kids having funky high school schedule or, new jobs. Like it's just constantly choosing the other person. If that's what you want. Some people don't want to be married 50 years. We live a long life. You have to make sure that you're with the person that's in it to win it with you. You can't, you either grow apart or you grow together. There's really no in between.
Yeah.
It's
funny you say that. I still giggle and I'm still trying to figure out how to fix this scenario. Maybe you'll have some insight. So we were telling our boys about, hey, grandma and grandpa are going to have their 50th wedding anniversary. Like, so, geez. I'm like, they're probably the only people you'll ever know in your life that have been married for 50 years or more, right? With the society and everything we have right now.
true.
It's probably true. And I'm trying to show them that this is a huge deal. Like it's a huge milestone that they may not know somebody in their life that gets to achieve something like that again.
Yeah.
I just don't know how to really relay that to them because I just get that. So whatever.
How old are they again?
11 and 12.
Oh, yeah, they don't give a shit. They're like, what's the next video game coming in?
Yeah,
Let's play pickleball. Oh, that's funny. But I think it'd be fun. Like if there's a party and you go to the party, I mean, maybe have them share some stories, like some hard times if they're willing to be open about it. Like what hard things have you gotten through? What's your advice? How do you choose each other? What do you guys do for one another? I mean, that's a long I mean, shit, we're like only halfway there. You know? Like I'm like, that's a long ways away.
You're halfway there.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's true.
Oh,
God is good, man.
yeah. Well, and you said that your hobbies change and things change. Her mom has made some funny comments over the years to her, and she's probably listening to this. And I don't know if you actually told her you told me, but her mom's pulled her aside and said, "You guys actually have in common."
That's hilarious. I love that.
Because we really are. When we started dating, we were very polar opposites. Very polar opposite.
Which is why it is fun because opposites attract. It's interesting.
And now a lot of our tastes, a lot of our hobbies and everything are very integrated. Like I've tried things that she likes. She's tried things that I like. I've made her fall down with on a mountain bike. She didn't do that.
Oh, good Lord. Oh, Lord.
Landing in a bush.
Yikes.
But we're not afraid to go out and try new things because we do love each other. We love that new experience. We love trying new things. And it's great to do it with somebody that you care.
You know, oh yeah, that's fun.
Never in my wildest dreams did I think he was going to get me to jump out of a plane. But apparently, I'm going to be doing that in 3 weeks.
What? Oh, honey.
I still can't believe it.
Yeah, that's a hell to the no for me.
Well, she just couldn't let me show her up. I don't do roller coasters.
Oh,
and
hell no.
she loves them.
Oh,
But when I jumped out of a plane, it was the best experience I ever had in my life.
really? Oh, yeah, I can't. It gives me
And
chills.
so now she's all, well, you can't let my husband show me up. So I guess he's throwing me out of a plane.
That is so freaking awesome. Okay, so when Kev's 50, I think he's going to jump out of a plane if that's still the goal. Yeah, and he loves roller coasters. I'm not a thrill seeker. No.
So I have to tell you, it's not a thrill seeking thing. Not at all.
Mhm.
Everybody has got it so wrong.
Then what the hell is it?
It is the most relaxing, freeing thing that you ever done in your life. The ride up is the worst part of it. Because you're riding up and it is like you're on the white rickety roller coaster at Lagoon with no safety on it. Like it's just going and it's not going to stop. But then you get up and they open the door and you're like, oh shit. Because you feel that pressure.
Yeah.
But once you're out of the plane, it's the most peaceful experience you ever had. I have never felt closer to God in my life
Oh, wow.
than when I was out of that plane. And yeah, I had a little guy strapped to the back of me.
Yeah.
But once we relaxed and we were just floating, he's just like, how's that feel? And I'm like, just in awe because it really, because we jumped over to Moab. Okay. If you're going to jump out of a plane, Kevin, Moab is the place to do it.
That'd be cool.
And that's where I'm taking her in 3
Oh,
weeks.
wow. We've never been. That'd be cool. Do a Moab 50th.
And if you want to go, let's go.
That's cool.
We'll go climb rocks and jump out of a plane.
That's cool.
But it really is until you get to that level where you're jumping out by yourself and doing kind of more of the thrill seeking part of it.
Okay.
When you jump out the plane with a person strapped to you that they're doing everything, it is just surreal.
I bet. It looks like people's faces are like going to come off. You know what I mean? When you see those pictures and those videos, I'm like, how are people's eyeballs not coming out of their heads and their ears? Like, I don't get it.
The funniest thing was Scott's beard. It was like splat all over his face.
That's awesome. I love it.
But it was great. So
That's cool.
when's that coming, Kevin? Soon? 3 years?
Yeah, we'll be 48. So a little over 2 years, actually. A little over 2 years.
So-
48 in the early next year, boy.
I just challenge I challenge you. Let's just go jump out of a plane now. So by the time you're 50, you can jump out of a plane solo.
Oh, yeah.
You want to go solo?
That's a lot of jumps.
Yeah.
No, it's not anymore. 5.
That's not that many jumps.
So you can do 5 tandem jumps and do the ground school now. And then you can jump out of a plane with an instructor there with you, but you're jumping out solo. And you do that. And once you have 25 jumps, then you can start doing it by yourself.
What about you and Papa Bob? Would your dad do it? That'd be fun to do with your dad.
He wouldn't do it.
I'm not letting Coop do it.
Hey, he's 18. He can make his own choice.
Oh, shit. He's still in high school and under our roof. I got one more year. You don't think Dad would do it? Oh, that'd be so awesome.
Well,
Anyway.
I challenge you. It's amazing. And Jess, maybe think about it.
Oh no, I'm a photographer. I'll be on the ground. I'll be on the ground cheering you on, saying prayers.
Why don't you be the photographer underneath of him taking pictures as he's falling?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I do. I'm not going to that
He's
plane.
she isn't he?
I just ignore them. I had two people out if they pressure me. I'm like, I didn't hear you.
Oh, this has been so much fun.
I'm honored. Like, thank you for having me. This is like really fun. I'm so grateful. Thank you for even asking me. This has been awesome.
We are so honored. So honestly, Jess, I've listened to you for years. I literally don't miss an episode. And you've probably heard this a million times. Now that I get to interact with you personally, that you're exactly the same. And you're so genuine and you're so amazing. And I just love that I get to be a part of your life, even just for 45 minutes, 3 times a week. And I just hope you know that I'm totally fangirling and I just love everything that you do and the community that you have created in this state and just even the community and friendship that we've had already. So I'm so grateful.
Same sis. So there's just certain people that you meet and it's just an instant soul connection. And hell, you're one of those people for me. So just so you know.
Well, I wanted to ask, as we're kind of rolling out, if you had to give 2 pieces of advice to somebody listening, one piece would be what they could do as far as to increase their self-love for themselves.
Okay.
And then what they could do to increase their love for others.
I think self-love for yourself is just taking time, like you said, for yourself. Turning off the TV, turning off the podcast and the radio, turning off social media, and just kind of get to know yourself. I feel like a lot of us do this life for a long time and we really don't know who we even are. So how do we love others well if we don't even know ourselves? And I'm guilty of that as well. We're always a work in progress. I definitely am. I definitely still have a lot to learn. But I think the more I get to know myself and connect with God, because he and I are homies and like that, I wouldn't be here without him. Like, he's truly my everything. When you get to know yourself, that's how you can take better care of yourself. And then that's how you can love others, because we say it all the time and it's overused, but it's true. And it's never going to be old because we need the reminders of you put on your oxygen mask first, because then you can help others, and you can't pour onto your people and love them well with an empty vessel. And I'm the first person to tell you that I tried to do that for years and years and years, and it doesn't work. And that's why I'm grateful for the season of life we're in, because money is not everything and time is everything, because it's limited and it is fleeting. We don't know how much we have left. And so love yourself, warts and all. We're all fucked up. We're all sinners. We all mess up. It's a daily thing. Like, cry out to God. He's never not by your side. He's always with you. And you will feel that peace. But getting to know yourself and taking better care of yourself, and that looks different for everybody. That's either, a CrossFit gym, or going to get a foot zoning, or going to Bible study, whatever fills your soul. Do as much of that as you can, because you will pour out that love to the world. And it is an energy, and it is a vibe, and it is a feeling. And it's how you treat people behind the deli counter. And it's how you treat people that are serving you at a restaurant. It's how you treat people that, you open the door for them. It's how you treat people when you say thank you because they let you cut in traffic. We need to get back to loving each other and respecting one another. It's okay that we're different. We're supposed to be different. That's how God made us. Let's appreciate the differences. Let's give each other grace and not go quick to trigger and quick to anger, but quick to love. And it is a daily reminder all day, every day. Be quick to love, slow to anger. And that's in the Bible somewhere too.
That's beautiful. So, no, thank you.
That was not me. that was just coming out, babe. That was oozing. That was just coming out.
You're just being influenced by the right things right now.
No, amen to that. Seriously, grateful for that.
Yeah. Well, we always throw it. And Kevin, I'm going to open it up to you too, because we don't know each other very well. We always ask, and you're really good at this, so it makes me actually nervous. When Frankie was on, I was like, I don't want to ask him this question. But we always like to turn the tables and see what you want to know about us
Oh, I
that
love
you
that.
don't know, or something you've always thought about. Again, Kevin, if you want to jump in and ask a question, this is the time.
Oh, okay. So I know that you guys have had previous relationships over the years. What's different about your union? What is different and why is it so solid? Something you haven't shared yet. Why do you think this is different this time around?
That one comes right to mind. I had to think about it to make sure it was right, but it is. The difference for me is the respect because of the love we have. We have a lot of respect for each other, and that translates into a love where she knows I need my time. I know she needs her time. We don't get mad if, you know what, I'm going to go do this by myself. Okay, have fun. We don't get mad about it. We respect each other's time. We also respect the time we have together, and we savor it. Like, we don't take it for granted. Once in a while, yeah, we're like, oh, we're just going to sit on the couch, whatever. Most of the time, we don't take it for granted. For me, that's the biggest thing that's different, is we have that mutual respect that translates into the way that we interact with each other and love each other.
I love that because respect is huge. And we've talked about that in many marriage retreats that men want respect and women want love. And you can't get around that. You know, men are created that way. You guys deserve and want respect. And women want to be loved well. And so that is. And I love that you guys allow each other to be individual, but then you allow space and time to become one. And I love that.
I would totally agree with you 100% is the respect. Also, I would add that we compromise so well together. And it's a hard one. It's the compromises that we have made for each other in good things, but we don't compromise the things that could harm us.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And that also goes along with respect because he's always respected my boundaries. I respect his boundaries. And just giving each other that little bit of leeway. I was only in one other relationship prior to this. It was a long relationship. It was about 13 years. And there was a lot of toxicity in that relationship. And I never thought I would recover from it until I found this man. And the things that he's done for me and just all of the amazing things. I can't even, they don't even come to words.
I get that. Yeah, it's more than words sometimes. It's hard to put it. The words, it almost cheapens it.
Yeah. So I love you. And I love you, Jack. And I love you, Kevin, too.
And not to ruin that moment, but I really thought you were going to say not compromise, but the conjugal visits. I really thought that's where you were going.
I totally pictured it. Full exposure. I was like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. I see it. I get it.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that was feeling that vibe. That's
It was me too. I felt it too. I was like, that's how I learned. You tell me. Baby.
Oh, that's great. Well, Kevin, is there something you want to throw out there? You're good.
Oh my gosh. You're funny.
Well,
You're funny.
this has been so much fun.
Yeah, thanks for having us. This is awesome. This made my day. This is awesome.
We're glad that you get to end your day this way,
Yeah, me too.
other than you have to drive home.
That's fine. That's fine. I got a good driver. I got a good co-pilot. I think one more thing I wanted to share because you asked for advice is your spouse. They got to be your friend. You got to be friends. It doesn't work just to be lovers. You got to be lovers and friends. But I mean, I think that's one of my favorite things after all these years is we just crack each other up and we laugh and I mean, till it hurts. And like just that's one of my favorites. And when it's hard, it's the friendship that you go back to because your spouse should be your best friend and your number one fan. And sometimes it's not, you know, and we haven't always been that way. I think there's different seasons in a marriage. We've gone to so many retreats and there was a couple that was married 40 some years. And, you know, you think they have it all together and what's the magic and what's the secret sauce? And she's like, we have some years that are so easy. And we're like, we feel like we've mastered this. We've got it down. And then all of a sudden it's like the roller coaster and the bottom falls out. And it's like, well, how the fuck did we get here? So it's just like we talked about choosing each other, even in the hard. And of course, we're not condoning if it's abusive, right? Like that's life is hard as it is. Relationships are hard. We're not talking about condoning abuse or anything to that extreme, but getting help when you need the help, because there's a lot available now more than ever before, and help is a good thing, you know.
Absolutely.
Because I love my bestie.
Well, and you say you make each other laugh, and you talked about Happy Gilmore too.
Yeah, I loved it.
How many butt scenes were in Happy Gilmore 2?
I don't even remember. I just remember his little magic flasks everywhere.
Everywhere.
That was
But,
funny.
but I have to tell you, so you pulled up and you see our big windows in front.
Yeah.
So we had just watched Happy Gilmore, and she was coming home from work. She pulls in the driveway, and she looks up, and what is there? There's a butt pressed up against the window, waiting for her as she pulls in the driveway.
That's funny.
I tried to talk to boys, and they're doing it with me. I'm like, no. It was good times.
That's awesome.
So that is a big difference between my past relationship is Scott always makes me laugh.
No, I love that. Because in the hard times, if somebody cracks a joke or farts, you're like, what the fuck are we fighting about? This is stupid. We sound like teenagers. We sound like idiots. Let's just go watch Happy Gilmore 2 and laugh.
It's all about just enjoying it.
It
You know,
is.
Just don't take life too seriously.
And that's easier said than done, but that's such wisdom. It's wisdom, because it is a lot of the stuff we stress over and freak out over. God's already in the future. He's got it covered, and we're dummies. We're dummies. We need constant reminders. It's going to be okay. It's going to be handled.
Well, thank you again.
Thank
Really,
you.
You guys are amazing.
You're awesome.
Everybody, we couldn't continue to do this without you. Your love, your support, you guys tuning in every week to listen to this hour. We appreciate it. We love you. Don't forget, if you love our show, I think you'll love Jess and Frankie, or Frankie and Jess, however you want to pronounce it. It's always been Frankie and Jess, but today it's Jess and Frankie here. But check out their podcast. Listen to Frankie and Jess. They're amazing people. They've become good friends of ours. We do life with them. And I will tell you, if we walked you through the house right now, you would see Mean Key, just ingredients, the shaved stuff, everything you guys talked about on your show is here in this house.
Well, that's the thing. That's the stuff we like too. So we're glad you like it.
Yeah. Well, everybody, thank you again. Remember, there's somebody out there that needed to hear this episode today. Maybe it was you. Maybe it's a family member. Maybe it's a friend. Maybe it's a coworker. Take this episode and share it. We've had a lot of fun. We've talked about some great things, and we want to spread that with everybody else. So that's my challenge to you after you hear this, is share this episode with somebody that needs to hear it, and spread the word of love, spread the word of connection, because we're all on this path together, and we all just want to be happy and enjoy it. So thank you again. We love you all, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, everybody.
Aren't you supposed to sign off with "You're a big deal"?
I love that. You're a big deal. We'll have to start using it.
Don't forget.
I love you.
You're a big
I have your pickles and